Israel was soon seemingly banned protest, yet seems to be going ahead. A wide variety of mainstream and independent media here to cover a protest that the state premier only recently said was not going ahead. Yet here we are, in the midst of it. Paramedics and Special Operations Command here. It's a public order and riot, looking to see what happens. Now I don't see any of our regular guys here. We've got superintendents and heads of public order trying to keep an eye on things, and you're on the phone, but it looks like it's going ahead. Hundreds are here, 7 News, plenty of easy rigs trying to lighten the load in the heat, security guards to keep them safe. I don't have any such thing here. I do have a camera. I would describe it as a mix of white left and Middle Eastern. Certainly on the fringes here, 50-50, but I think in the centre as we get closer to it, there'll be a lot more. Get in here. Another roaming 7 News camera trying to cover it. Legal observers. Security guards here for, looks like SBS, to make sure that SBS is safe in what is going to be a culturally diverse and... Hello.
Hey, Chris.
How you going?
How you going?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yes.
ADH? Well, you're free for a chat?
Yeah.
What brings you? Just getting some sun, or?
No.
Yeah, it's a lovely day, so we thought we'd
very
come to
nice.
Hyde Park.
We're here to support the
Ah, yes. So just about to interview one of the organisers here of approach of the of last week's Gas the Jews protest, because that was broadcast on everywhere. Gas the Jews.
Wasn't that just charming?
And we saw 26-page statements from people explaining why Gas the Jews needs to be understood in the full context.
Oh, the full context of...
It's a bit like the Uluru statement, really. I mean, you can't just look at one page, can you?
No. Well, I mean, that is indeed true. So Fred is a host on ADH TV, if you haven't seen it. How would you describe it? It's increasingly independent, but also increasingly growing.
Yeah, Australia's new home for common sense commentary. And there's no shortage of things to comment about these days. Including marches like this one, which apologise for, make excuses for the
Would you call it a
kidnapping,
genocidal
rape
comment?
and murder of innocent women and children.
Or genocide.
Or genocide, indeed. That's what they were calling for last Monday.
Well, I mean, it's not a dog whistle. It's not like a OK, which seems to be a Nazi symbol, but Gas the Jews is complex.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Fred, I'm going to keep moving.
Keep going, Chris.
You hang around, or you're just passing
we're
through?
hanging around, yep.
All right.
Thanks, mate.
Good. You'll be someone that at least I can at least somewhat speak with. So that'd be lovely. Thanks, Fred.
Okay. See you, mate.
Fred Paul from ADH. Nice to have a good chat with them. Let's see if we can take a quality justice for everyone in the Middle East. Are we okay to have a chat on camera, or? Yeah, cool. Tell us about your sign.
Someone gave it to us, so it's on our side.
Got your sign? Okay. Have you like a justice for Palestine?
Let's do it. Represents a good message.
It is. But you've got two signs here: justice for Palestine and justice for everyone in the Middle East and Palestinian lives. Okay.
Double-sided.
Okay. Double-sided. Okay, cool. All right.
Thanks, man.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Hamas.
Yep.
Do you support him?
So
How you going?
this guy is a far right
Why is that?
streamer. So
Rather you not.
Do you support Hamas? Do you support Hamas?
Do you support Israel?
Do you support? I'm here to ask a simple question.
do you support Israel?
condemn the
let's not
comment
have,
Gas the Jews?
let's not have any.
It's probably not worth it.
Can't
not
condemn
worth
it? Condemn it.
He's just trying
Condemn
to like
All right, thank you. Thank
entrap
you.
people.
No, I just want you to
don't get
condemn
it. I'll
gassing the
smash
Jews.
I'll smash him before you get in the traffic.
You want to smash me?
No, I said I'll smash the tree.
You smash the tree.
Yeah. Fucking idiot, man. Seriously, you fucking little bitch.
Seriously, get out. Get out. You're not welcome.
Why?
Because you're a racist.
Because you're a racist and a far right.
Well, I just want to know a simple one. Can you condemn gassing the Jews?
You know, what does gassing the Jews have to do with us?
It was the rally
No,
last week that was organised.
no. We don't. And it has nothing to do with us. So
No?
just go away. Go
Can't
away.
condemn it?
We'll call the police.
All right, I'm going to go. Police don't want trouble, so I'm going to move around that. Police will come and talk to me. So I try and keep more further to the fringes. But this is... Oh, do I? I do. I got to do it. Can you condemn the comments last week? Can you condemn them?
Who are you?
Just leave us alone.
How you going, mate?
All right.
Come
Yep.
over here and talk to me, mate.
Sure. Yep. I got too close. Sorry, mate. I'll keep your distance. All good.
Yes.
It's a hot day.
I don't want to have to move you on for breach of the police.
Yep.
Understand that?
Yeah, no, it's fair enough. I'll keep to the edges. Someone can... Fair enough.
So just so you know, my name's Acting Inspector Steggles.
Acting Inspector Douglas.
Yes. Yep. Can you stop for a sec?
I can stop you, sure.
So what's happened is people have actually come up to us complaining
Yep.
about you, saying that you're trying to incite them.
Yep.
All right. So you can't go back in there.
Okay.
Okay, and you can't go and interview people.
Yep.
All right. If we see you again, we're going to have to give you a move on direction.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
I wasn't trying to... Okay, all good. I wasn't trying to incite people. I asked a simple question. I'm good. I understand that entirely. I wasn't trying to incite people. I asked a simple question, which was, can you condemn what was said last week about gassing the Jews? And they couldn't condemn it. I'm okay. I'll keep my distance from it. I'm sorry for causing trouble. Thanks, Acting Inspector.
No worries. Thanks.
So the questions which you just saw there was what I thought would be a really broad-based message, which is, can you condemn the very simple comments, gassing the Jews? And I thought that when you walk in there, you'd be like, yep, we condemn it, but... The answer is no. That was a bugger.
What happened?
I asked what I thought would be a fairly easy question.
Mm.
Can you condemn what was said last week about gassing the Jews? And I
Who
was
did
told...
you ask that?
Sorry?
Who did you ask it to?
Some of the protesters holding some signs.
Right.
Yeah.
And the police escorted you off?
Mate, they don't have enough officers to try and deal with this while they're here.
Yeah.
So it's just how it is. When you've got a large group of people and they say that we don't want you to protest, they have to police their own protest. Now, what I will say is that they complained to the police about asking someone to condemn gassing the Jews, but at last week's protest, did they say, we've got a bunch of people here complaining, saying gassing the Jews? No. No, they didn't.
No.
Now, this should be a really broad, easy message.
Yeah.
Trying to pick a side about Israel-Palestine, that's really hard,
Yeah.
right? I understand that there's years, thousands of years, and you can go into pages and pages. I get that.
Mm.
But when you distill it down to a 3-word sentence...
Can I just get this done on video? I might use it on the show.
Sure, if you want. It's going on a live stream. I'm going to now work around the edges. We'll have a chat for a bit if you want.
Yeah, all right.
And then I'll work
Okay,
around the edges.
So, Chris, tell me what... Oh, hang on. Just wait for this background noise to go. 'Cause I'm only using... Hang on. Just going to do some more drawing.
All good. But guys, yeah, that was... I thought that was going to be a broad-based message. Do you support Hamas? Can you condemn
just
gassing
start from the
Jews?
beginning. So
Yeah.
what did you do? You went up to... I went to a protester and asked...
And I tried to keep, rather than getting into the middle of the group where the organisers were trying to get to the edge of it, trying to... Let me go straight to the camera, sorry. At the edge, I live stream on a channel called Chris... I live stream on a channel called Discoveries, where I am right now. Let's walk over here.
Chris, I just want to say a quick hello.
Hello.
They're not going to get away with a 200. They're talking about a $200 thousand fine if there's scuffles. They're not going to get away with that, Chris.
Well, they will. That was my mistake. Yeah, bugger. You can't ask people to condemn gassing the Jews. Bugger. Oh, I didn't even put my watermark on. I was that into it. I didn't think it was going to get that spicy. My mistake. I'll keep working the edges, trying to talk to some people as they come in. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Stoggles is worried about me heading back into the middle of the protest. Otherwise, I have to give me a move on. Fred, I'll try and keep a ring around here because the cops are worried about me coming back in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're going to have that chat.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so let me get the thing in the background. That's better. Yeah. Okay. So,
Have you got cinematic mode? No, you don't. You've got an iPhone 12.
okay. Just tell us your story.
I live stream on a channel called Discoveries, and I ask people questions. And then today, I thought I'd be able to ask a pretty broad-based question, which is, can you condemn gassing the Jews, which was said at last week's protest? I then asked to leave by the police because it was felt by the people in front of me saying, I'll smash you is what was said.
So
Can't ask that question.
You were threatened with violence, and you were the one told to leave?
It's just how things are at these kind of protests. It's just how it goes. And I thought it was a question I could ask because it's so broad-based. You know, do you support Fatah? What do you think about this? Very detailed. Can you condemn gassing the Jews, as what was said last week? And no, can't ask it. Can't ask it.
Did you feel intimidated?
Yes. But I've been to these things before, and there are so many police here that it wasn't too bad. But, you know, I've got to reframe what you can and cannot ask. I think it's more about the speech than the physical intimidation that what leads to it. As Idi Amin said, he can guarantee freedom of speech. He cannot guarantee freedom after speech. And that's what we've run into here, which is there's freedom of speech here at this protest. What happens after the speech? And I thought that was a question that I'd be able to ask and really just say, oh, no, terrible thing. I mean, it's easy. No. I condemn it. It shouldn't have been said. Done. Not a 26-page statement. And I was wrong.
Good work. Well done, Chris.
Thanks, Fred.
Stay safe, brother.
Yeah, I'll keep to the edges. I'll see if I can talk to some people.
What did the cops say?
Look, I got it wrong that you can't ask people to condemn gassing the Jews.
Yeah.
So that was my mistake, and I understand why the cops are like, I didn't know the rules of where things are at here, so I'll leave them with it.
Yeah.
They got a couple of complaints, and no, I'm not allowed. You know what's funny? I'm not allowed within this unauthorized protest.
It's unauthorized, is it?
The Premier said it should not go ahead. I won't let it go. Did you say I won't let it go? See you, Fred. All right, I'll let them have their distance around it. Hey guys, are you okay for a chat on camera?
Jen?
Actually, can we talk about your cat before we get?
Yeah, sure.
Skip politics. 200D, 80D with the Pancake 24.
Yeah, it's solid camera.
Yeah,
it's good.
No IBIS.
Sorry?
No IBIS. No image stabilization.
No. Yeah, but I don't know. It's got like it's pretty good in terms of ISO. So I don't worry too much about that. Just shoot really fast.
Why have you come today?
Because I care about the people in Palestine. What's happened to them is horrible, and you know we need to do something about it. And our government doesn't seem to want to do anything, so I've got to tell them. You know.
What do you reckon about Hamas, though?
Sorry?
What do you reckon about Hamas? Support, condemn?
About the masks?
Hamas.
Oh, Hamas. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. It's like the people in Palestine. That's what matters. Like my opinion on on Hamas is irrelevant. My opinion, it's like what we're worrying about is what's happening to the individuals, the people in Palestine. It's horrific.
Last week at this protest, the group chanted "Gas the Jews."
That wasn't this group though. That was like, you know, there's dickheads everywhere. Let's be real.
Yes. But do you think it was a bad thing to say?
Yeah, absolutely. No, 100%. That goes without saying.
Yes.
But like, you know, I've been to heaps of Palestine protests. This is the only time that I've ever seen anything like that. Well, I didn't go to that one, but that's the only time I've ever heard of anything like that. I've been to lots of these protests. And the vast majority of the people that attend are, you know, they're good people.
Thanks for your views.
No worries.
Cheers, mate.
Are you run by those reporting fake news or real news, eh? Thank you.
G'day guys, did you come for today's protest? No, just passing through. All good. Have a good day. Oh, she might be coming. She's doing decent food. I think at this protest, it would have been a matter of time before I ended up being asked to leave, but I probably shouldn't have left it so long. Social equality. G'day guys, how you going? How you going? Well organised. Got plenty of legal and
here.
I thought that'd be an easy one to condemn. I really did, guys.
I'm also with Extinction Rebellion.
Are you with Extinction Rebellion?
Yeah.
They throw good parties.
Wednesday, Chris.
You're throwing a party Wednesday. Check it out. Ooh, big flags. I love big flags. We got a huge flag. I don't quite know what it says though. Okie dokie. I might let these guys just pass through. Okie dokie. Being escorted. Order prayer going out. Being escorted through. This protest that was said to be allowed all the way to the Premier, and I guess the Premier doesn't get a say. Guess the Premier doesn't get a say. It's going ahead. G'day mate, can we have a chat about why you've come today?
Can I just stop there just for a minute? And you're from where?
I live stream protests on a channel called Discoveries on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and more.
Yes,
and I
yes.
ask people,
Yes,
why have
indeed.
they come to protests? All kind. Extinction Rebellion guy over there, there was an Assange guy earlier.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. I need... I'm looking for the right words.
That's okay. One of the things I often say is we have imperfect conversations on a live stream,
Yeah, indeed.
but it's just a gut feel. Why'd you come? Why'd you feel you needed to come?
Well, firstly, the situation that is the current situation, which isn't really current. It has been happening, and its roots are 75 years ago.
There's like thousands of years to go through. Can I bring us back to just the past week, where last week the organisers of this protest, Bloody Rally to the Opera House, where a 3-word slogan was chanted.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I do.
Gas the Jews.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, I wasn't at the Opera House, but I was at the Town Hall rally at 5:30, which preceded the Opera House, and I've been to these for many years. The rally at the Town Hall was respectful, was civilised. Yes, there was chanting, etc., and there was also I of some Jews.
But the chant that went up at the other end, which is part of the same group.
Yes, but I don't know whether it's part of the same group. That's the whole point. I do not necessarily believe the media and what is reported.
I thought this would be a really easy one, that people would be like, no, that's a terrible thing to say, but do you think it was a terrible thing to say?
Right.
Gas the Jews?
Yes, it is. If that is what was said.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A lot of people, people have been trying to conditionalise this. Like,
No.
it's terrible.
Yes,
But I
if
thought,
that is what was said.
yeah.
And I have a very cynical approach to that.
Lovely.
Okay.
Thanks for your views. Thanks for your chat. Chris
pleasure.
Discoveries was the channel. You'll be on there. Thanks for the chat.
Only if you've got no one better.
Thanks. That's great. I'm happy with Man on the Street chats. Thanks, mate. Thank you. So there's a kind of question around it is, if an individual like that has to try and that was almost a 3-minute conversation to try and get someone to condemn what is a very simple saying. And guys, look, I'm happy to be kicked out of a protest to try and get people to condemn the saying gas the Jews. Like, I'm okay to go on the record with that one. How you going, guys? Oh, do you want to condemn the saying gas the Jews? Anyone?
Fuck off.
Bad thing to say?
Fuck off.
Shouldn't have said gas the Jews? Anyone? Really easy? Anyone? Bueller?
That's okay.
No. Condemn it. Bad thing. You can support everything else about Palestine. Just condemn the saying gas the Jews. Yep. Yep, there you go. Craps! Why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? Little dog whistles of hand signals and numbers called signals of fascism, Nazism. But literally, gas the Jews is... What can you do? What can you do? So, the protest that was not meant to go ahead continues to go ahead. I'm going to work the edges because, guys, I don't know if you realise, there's like 1 million mainstream news cameras in there. But none of them are going to ask people, really, which is the topic of the day. How you going? Did you want to have a chat on camera?
Huh?
Did you come for today's protest?
No.
Oh,
We're
okay.
tourists.
Great. Have a good day.
You too.
See you. Bye. Because I'm more welcomed at freedom rallies, anti-vax rallies, I tend to ask them difficult questions, which doesn't get me a good rep there. They don't always like it because they're not ready for it. Some of them like it, but getting to the truth matters. Oh, no, don't want to get too close that way. Keep going this way. I'll loop around the outside. I know a lot of live streamers try and push back against police. Oh no, I've got a right to be here. No, look, cops, you got a job to do. I respect that. I work the edges. I try and talk to people. How you going? Did you want to condemn? Oh, sorry. Did you want to condemn the saying gas the Jews? No.
Stop filming me.
Really
It's
easy one.
harassment.
And just condemn it easy.
We're an anti-racist movement.
Christ. Am I too close to you? No, that's the entrance. I'll leave them there. They're happy there. Nice.
The war in Gaza. Would you like to sign a petition as well?
You can check this out. Thank you. Occupation Genocide, Israel across Palestine, Socialist Alternative Meeting, 39 Liverpool Street.
Oh.
I can't have that? Hang on to that, thanks.
Here would you like?
Do you want to condemn gassing the Jews? Thanks, mate. This is a lot harder to get out of people than I thought. I thought I'd get a 26-page statement. Guys. Tragic. Incitement is asking people to condemn gassing the Jews. Okay. Alright. I'll get used to this new world. Quiet gathering of, I would say, 500 plus. Mainstream news are going to have their choppers covering it. Far better than me. I'm going to check some comments in a minute because I got a reality check myself. That was it incitement to show up at a rally and ask them condemn? So it's easier statement. Be like, yep, great, tick, tick. And the answer was kind of. The answer was clearly kind of. More than 500 now. But I do understand why Stoggles had to do it. As soon as you get complaints from the organisers, then what you end up with is, well, you just, it's what you have to do. I will point out that the organisers didn't, best I can tell, seem to police their protest when some other sayings were going out. Alright, let's keep moving around the outside, see if we can talk to some people about what's happening. This gentleman looks like a ghost story to tell. Excuse me, mate. Did you come for today's protest? Oh no, you just passed it through. All good. Thank you. Thank you. I'll keep working the edges as people start to come in because I want to get some views on this one. If you want just footage of what's happening in the centre and the speeches, there's plenty of channels for that. Plenty of channels for that. So it looks like we're not going to have a march today, it's just going to be a plain ordinary rally. Let's see if I can ask some of you, catch up on some comments. And pop them in now because I often get so many comments I can't always catch up on them all. But tell me, if I can't ask them about the chant that went up at last week's protest, like how do you avoid that topic? It was what 90% of the news coverage was about. It's the elephant in the room. And how do you avoid it? Alright, let's have a look at some of your most recent comments. It's not the time or place to focus on the issue of right now. It's not the time or place to focus on the issue of right now. So show some empathy for the Palestinian people. 90% of the coverage has been about that saying, so that's how the protest cause is seen right now. Labour gutless on Gaza, kiss goodbye to the Muslim vote. Tell us, why have you come today, sir?
To express myself.
What does your sign mean to you? Just because we'll interpret it in lots of
It
different...
just means that the Australian government of every persuasion has been totally gutless in supporting of the Palestinian people. Why is that?
It's politics.
No, it's not politics, it's fear.
Yeah? Yeah.
It's fear of loss of power. They can't stay in power, you can't stay in business if you upset certain people.
What is it, Whitlam? Purists are impotent. It was one of his great quotes. But let me come to this protest that happened last week, which was, well, 90% of the coverage was about a
few people shouting slogans.
Was it a bad slogan?
Well, I wasn't ever clear what they actually said.
Gas the Jews.
Oh, I thought they were saying fuck the Jews.
Well, fuck the Jews. Do you think that's a bad saying?
It's not that bad.
Gas the Jews?
Well, that's a different story. That's got historical implications. But I mean, people go around saying fuck somebody all the time, you know. Fuck the Labor Party, you know, fuck whoever, you know. People say that sort of stuff all the time.
Cool.
And
what about, rather than the Palestinian people, Hamas? What do you think about Hamas?
Hamas is just one of like 10 groups in Palestine. They're possibly the most respectable of those 10 groups. They're actually the elected government of Palestine, of Gaza anyway. And the government in the West Bank, which was supposedly elected at the same time, they're still considered to be legitimate. Like they call him President Abbas. His term as president expired many, many years ago, but they're still dealing with him. But the Palestinian people on the West Bank don't trust the PLO. You know, they think they're in bed with the Israelis.
Anything else you want to say before I move on?
No, that's all
right.
good.
Thanks for the use. The
Thank
channel's
you.
called Chris Discoveries, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Okay.
See you, mate. Thanks for the chat. Okay. Straightforward. No one threatened to smash me, debatably smash a tree in front of it. See if we can get a few more people as they come in. Ooh, nice camera gear. Hold on, what do we got? It's got nice glasses. Okay. SVA, okay. Alright, but you got a Boya M1 attached to, wait, 8mm?
Yeah, 8mm.
And you got like a modern semi-digital Rode video mic with it.
Yeah, we'll see what it does.
Okay.
See what it does. Let's hope for nicely exposed.
Yashica 8 to 40
Yeah,
F2?
Yeah, macro XL. It was built for the Vietnam War, so people would take it into the trenches and get a lot of war footage and then send it back.
Are you trying to send a message here? Vietnam War? No. You've done a dog
I
whistle.
probably shouldn't have said that.
Dog whistle. Anyway, see you, mate. Unless you want to say anything else. See you, mate. Thanks for chatting. I'm just going to get protesters as they come in and try and get a view of it. We'll see a few more comments. Who initiated it? Christian Dior. This time, do not get pushed over and get too close. Yep, good saying. I'm going to keep my distance as well. It's good. Steggles is probably looking out for my safety, which is good. Give me grabs. Free Palestine and the occupation. G'day. Tell us why have you come today?
Sorry?
Why have you come today?
To stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people and with the girls and boys who are from Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, who are the most beautiful students I think I ever taught.
Lovely. Thank you.
Who are you, by the way?
Live streaming on Chris Discoveries. What Metro? Chris and Discoveries.
Sorry?
Chris Discoveries.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. University professor, beautiful teachers. Have you come for today's protest, mate? Tell us why have you come? Oh, good. Oh, good. Check out a few more comments. Yeah, if you want some coverage of the protest of what's happening in there, there's like 22 different cameras in there, guys. There's 22 different cameras. Mainstream news is going to cut this up nicely for you. What you won't get to see outside is what the people who are coming to the protest think. That's what my channel is about. If you're looking for something more than that, okay, going on for decades. Yeah, but my job here is just to try and cover what's happened in the past week. Someone doesn't like the Labour Party, fair enough. Fuzzy mateship, fair go for all. Yeah, see how that goes. See how that. Keep up with the comments. G'day guys, you coming for today's protest?
We're trying to walk around.
No? Hey. Coming for today's, maybe you're not coming. These boys, you're coming to today's protest. G'day guys, are you coming to today's protest?
Yes, we are.
Tell us, why have you come?
To raise awareness for
raise
the
awareness?
blind. For the blind.
Cool. Thanks for the chat. Tell us, why have you come today? So what was 500 is rapidly increasing to 6, 7, maybe more at this not strictly authorized protest. Unauthorized protest, don't even know if it's filed. Okay. A sign, I love signs, what do we got? Both Hamas and Zionists are terrorists, not in my name. There you go.
Not in my name. Andrew, have a look.
Thank you. Not in her name. There you go. Free Palestine. Oh wow, okay, look at this. One of my moderators is doing good work there. Let's keep asking people, seeing why they've come. Doing nothing. Have you come for today's protest?
No idea.
Tell us, why have you come?
Who am I asking? Who am I telling?
Chris Discoveries, I live stream protests and ask people, why do they go to protests?
Good question.
We also
I was
have...
sort of assumed, I was told a long time ago there was a very complex sort of conflict, very complex politics, and I don't know if it actually, oh no, sorry, I guess I've surmised that it's not that complex at all, and I think it's important to come in here and support the people of Palestine, or the people who live in Palestine, and sort of, you know,
This is what really got me this week. Is like going
make more clear, I guess, my position by being in space as a person of the public who isn't of, I guess, Middle Eastern heritage or Jewish heritage. So sort of,
There's a lot of coverage of last week's protest because of a 3-word slogan.
Yes.
What
There
do you
are a few,
reckon
yeah.
about
That's pretty disgusting. I think that's probably another reason to come as well. Is to sort of make that point clear. I guess is to sort of let the I guess the nuance maybe sort of come through and maybe sort of intentionally, hopefully, drown out that sort of those attitudes and those points. Because I think it's obviously compulsive and disgusting, and equally as compulsive as any other sort of
Chris Coveries is the channel. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Thanks for chat. Still streaming in here, so numbers still coming up. We're coming up on 1. There you go. Hot one, so the camera doing it tough. Simple slogan, Free Palestine. It's pretty straightforward, don't need to ask him what it means.
Free Palestine.
Big groups still coming in. Big groups.
I think they nailed that.
Okay. So the past 20 minutes, we've probably gone from just a few hundred to, if I were to judge the view of this is well over 1,000. And we're going to call it 2, I don't know. Keep dropping them off. G'day, have you come for today's protest?
Sorry?
Have you come for today's protest?
Of course I have.
Tell us why have you come?
Stand in solidarity with Palestine and Palestinians.
Last week's protest got a lot of media coverage for a 3-word slogan.
What 3-word slogan?
Gas the
Free-
Jews.
I beg your pardon?
That was this 3-word slogan that wall-to-wall morning and evening news. Do you think that was something that should have been said?
It was a heap of nonsense. It was not said. Or the only thing I heard was, which was repeated to me, was fuck the Jews. It was immediately shut down by the people who organised it. How would you get the story straight?
Thanks for your time. Fake news. It does happen. It does happen. And there's the thing with subtitles. Subtitles are powerful. Subtitles can mean something. But I guess that's where everyone's got to listen to the video themselves and then ask it. Bunch of nonsense. Okay. Can't condemn it. Can't condemn it. I'm gonna pop over here. EF, man. How's it going? Can't condemn it. Can't condemn it. Didn't expect this. How you going?
Decent.
What do we got? We'll talk. First things first. A73 with 24 to 72.8. Well worn A73.
Yes, very well
no,
worn.
no, 16 to 35.
1635, yeah. Bashed around quite a bit,
But you got the Arco Swiss mount on there. Have you got a?
No Arco Swiss.
On the.
Oh yes.
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 So where's that going to go?
Oh, I've got a tripod.
You
So.
just always in your backpack?
No, not today.
So you left it on there because you've just always been on there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Why have you come today?
I am just here to take photos.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Cool.
indifferent about sides. Yeah.
Just want to take a
Yeah. Cool.
That's it? Okay. How did you recognise me? How have you seen? Just
You're
seen
the ride
Right.
guy, right?
Yeah.
Liberal Democrats. That's it.
I've been out there.
Yeah.
Tell me more. What are you?
You used to live there?
I still live in Ryan.
Oh, you still live around?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I used to live there too, and I bumped into you. So.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot, man. That was years ago.
Oh
now.
yeah, there was.
That
Yeah.
fantastic.
Three years ago.
What I do in Ryan, because it's so small, doesn't get as much attention as the Mark Latham rally or different things like that. Where, yeah, did you hear about the photog at the Belfield St Michael's Church got thrown to the ground?
No.
Oh, okay. Drew Pavlou went to Eastwood.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, you heard about that one? Yeah, that was me both times.
Yeah.
Happens. But,
Yikes. Anyways.
go get in there, get some nice wide angle shots.
Thank you. See ya.
Thanks for chat. Indifferent about the issues, just general photo. There we go. G'day. You coming for today's protest? No, all good. No worries.
Sorry, have a lovely day.
You too. You too. Tell us why you come today.
Come on, talk.
It's imperfect, just the best you can.
Just to fight for the freedom of the Gaza people and the Palestinian people and all the people that are oppressed around the world.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
How's it going?
G'day, how you going?
Tell us why have you come today? Are you covering it or are you here to support
I'm
it?
just doing it for my channel on YouTube.
What's your channel?
Rob Ditto.
DRTTO?
ROBDIDO.
DIDO. And you've got the
Yeah.
Olympus OM5?
Olympus OM1 Mark II with
Mark
the
II.
14, the 150.
14, the 150.
Perfect lens for...
You've got the Action Mark III on the front. How's it going? Tell us why have you come today? Do you want to condemn gassing the Jews?
What's your channel?
I'm on Discoveries and I'm asking what I thought would be a really easy question. Do you want to condemn the chant that went out at last week's protest, Gas the Jews? And I'm
of
struggling.
course, yeah, everyone wants to hear. That's bullshit. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I'm struggling to get people to condemn it. You can you support Palestine and condemn gassing the Jews? I thought you could, but
Yeah, it's a dicey area, but that first point was ridiculous. I mean,
that's the chant that went out at last week's protest.
yeah,
That's the chant that went
I
out.
saw that. Who the
And
hell?
people, I'm struggling to have people condemn it.
That's bizarre. I mean, that's a shoe-in, yeah.
Mate, it should be a shoe-in,
Yeah,
right?
It's ridiculous.
But no, it's not.
What's it? 1940 fucking again, is it?
Well, this is, I know, it's an easy one to be like, that was a terrible thing to say, but I support Palestine. Easy, right?
Yeah,
no,
well,
it didn't work out that way.
It's a grey. It's all grey, I guess. I'm gonna go in there.
See you, Rob. Couple guys ago, land back. Have a good day. So still a very steady stream of protesters filing into what I thought was an unauthorised protest, what I thought was an unauthorised gathering, what I thought the Premier said would not be going ahead, but it depends. It depends. I thought this would be a lot fewer than last week, but clearly not. Clearly not. Clearly not. G'day, guy. Have you come to support the protest?
Yeah.
Tell us, why have you come?
I've come because I just feel like our leaders have let us down. They don't. Can I start again?
Yeah, mate. Anyway. G'day, mate. Have you come to support today's protest?
I'm having a look.
Just having a look. G'day, mate. Have you come to support today's protest?
What protest? Just come back from London.
Oh, right. Well, there are protests in London too. Palestinian,
really?
Pro-Palestine protests.
Oh,
yeah.
so there should be.
There you go. Tell us, do you support the... Well, I mean, is there a cause
I don't
you support?
support war.
Don't support war?
But I don't support the Americans either.
Don't support the Americans?
And they have started all this shit.
The last week why I'm here is because this protest under the Opera House had a chant that bombarded our media, which was "Gas the Jews." And I've been asking...
really?
Yeah, really?
Well, that's not on either.
Not on?
No, of course it's not.
Do you think it needs context?
Well, the context...
There's a very small minority of people who've been openly criticised by the Palestinian movement. It was a very small minority of anti-Semitic people who is not supported by the wider pro-Palestine group.
Do you support them?
I support Palestine and I support the major mainstream pro-Palestine movement, and almost everyone doesn't support the small anti-Semitic sect.
And you'd condemn the saying? You'd condemn the saying? You'd condemn the saying? You'd condemn the saying?
Condemn what?
So what happened there is the lady who just walked up to us said it was a small group rejected by the minority, but she did not condemn the saying.
Sorry, I wasn't really listening. I'm sort of still jet lagged.
Oh, good.
But
so the saying was "gas the Jews," which I'm asking people about. She came up and said it was a small minority.
The Jews have done some terrible things to the Palestinians. They should split the country in half. like it always used to be, you know. Actually, it was Lawrence of Arabia, the Englishman, who started all this years ago. He cut the Middle East, like tribes used to wander all over the Middle East, and he said, no, you're not allowed there. And typical British aristocracy. That's why I left England, because the class thing in England is terrible.
And all the time it's
Hasn't
getting
changed.
worse. Getting worse. How you going? Good to see you.
Well, they all know you.
I don't know who that is, but what happens when you live stream to thousands of people is you've got a lot of people.
Oh, you're live streaming now?
Yeah, that's what I do. I live stream
right.
a protest and ask people why they've come.
So what are you on, TikTok or?
No. I guess I probably could, but Chris Covery's on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Facebook's the biggest platform because
I don't follow Facebook.
Twitter, YouTube, X. So.
Yeah. Whatever it is. Yeah. No, I'm just walking through the town because I wanted some fresh air and I didn't want to go to the beach.
Yeah, you're going to have a...
I thought democracy was dead or something.
Democracy is dead. No, well, this protest actually has... Well, the Premier said wouldn't be going ahead, but...
That's not people protesting.
I don't know.
In the Western world,
I've covered more than a few protests,
have you?
which have been... Yeah, well, that's kind of what I do, is I cover protests, and I cover protests which have been stopped from going ahead. often...
Well, when I was a student, we used to protest all the time.
Did it work?
Well, they got rid of that with the government in England.
That's right, yeah.
Anyway.
Thanks for the chat. See you, mate. Stand with Palestine. Yeah, mate, have you come to support the protest today?
Yes.
Tell us, why are you supporting the protest?
Well, aren't you supporting the protest?
I'm asking people why they come to protest and support it.
It's finding injustice that has been going on for 80 years now, or 70 years. That's the reason.
Lovely. Thank you. I get one of the organisers. Raoul, one second for a second. I have to be careful here. Raoul, how you going?
Smaller than the last one, but no, I mean it's probably three parts of the other one.
Big turnout.
Hey!
The police won't. I don't think the Premier wanted this to go ahead, but you've got thousands here.
Yeah. But the police, because the police work in different way. If they think they're gonna be something big, they prefer they do it because it's much easier for them to control it. If we start with a march, and march on top of the police, that's not control it.
Yeah. You mentioned about with Hamas. That's been a touchy subject for a lot of different people.
Just thinking this. I'm gonna give you a photo.
Look at all these. Look at this.
Yeah,
There's a huge crowd coming in. It's amazing. Remarkable. Anyway, congratulations on.
Okay.
On
I want to mention the problem with Hamas.
Okay.
The problem with Hamas is thinking this. You live in a place, your place. One day someone coming from outside, take your place, burn your place, and expel you from the place. And the United Nations says it's wrong. You have to get your place back. Blah blah blah. But we have to negotiate, blah, 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 blah. 75 years later, after all the massacres, all the bombings, all the things, someone reacted. What can I say about it?
I know what you mean.
No, also, we are not the person who has to tell the Palestinians what they have to do. We can look there, we can have our opinion, but they are dying there, not us. I told you the other day, if you don't agree with Hamas, go to Palestine and fight armament with them. Because it's the only way. It's a Palestinian, it's not us. I love it with Hamas in here. Honestly, I say I go with you.
Thank you. Gracias. Gracias, Raúl. Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima.
Hasta
next Sunday.
Próxima.
I give you the...
It's okay. I'll look it up on Facebook.
Okay.
Thanks, Raúl. Ciao. Bye. Crowds still, huge crowds still coming. This is huge. So we're in thousands territory. Absolutely. This is much bigger than last week. I thought it would just be a little bit bigger than last week. No, this is huge. Apartheid, wrong in South Africa, wrong in Palestine. Huge crowd now coming on, just 10 minutes past 1. And
Free Palestine!
Yeah, free Palestine.
tell us, why have you come, sir? Nope, all good. Let's have a look at some comments. I don't have any comments. Oh, what about Israeli chanting? Different story, don't know. Didn't study history. Okay, guys, look, I know you can kind of argue in the comments with each other, but please come with, you're not going to change anyone's mind. Guys, there's no comment that you're going to make today that's going to change anyone's mind. You're just not. So, stop it. Good. That'll change nothing. I know that's not going to change anyone's mind either. Didn't study history. How about you drop me some comments on what you want me to ask people, what they want to, what you want me to ask people as they're coming in. How about that? G'day. Tell us, why have you come today?
To support Palestine.
What do you think about Hamas?
Why is that always the first question?
Because it's all we talk about. L-I-K-U-D?
I like how you do.
Thank you. Maybe I should switch from should Israel exist, I guess? I'll ask the people about that. Should Israel exist? What's that? Huge crowd coming in. Huge, still flowing in.
It's funny though. It's funny though.
Certainly bigger than any freedom protest I've been to. Well, maybe not any, but certainly one of the biggest. No, not bigger than any freedom protest yet, but 5,000? I don't know about 10. But thousands and thousands. How you going? Tell us, why have you come today?
I prefer not to talk.
No good. Have a good day. Tell us, why have you come today?
To support.
Support. Detailed chat. Hey Bruce.
Hey, there you go, mate.
How you going? Fancy meeting you here.
There you go.
Tell us, why have you come today?
We've come down as First Nations people to support the Palestinian brothers and sisters. Yeah, we're just here to, call unifying to stop the devastation what's happening in other country. All the wars around the world has to stop, and we're here to support peace.
That's it. Leave you to it. Thanks for the chat.
No worries.
No worries.
Congrats on yesterday.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
There you go. Justin, press to me. Tell us, why have you come today, sir?
What do you think?
Why I'm asking people why they've come.
Because I believe in humanity. That's why I'm here.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Hi. Did you want to tell us about why you've come today?
I just want to watch what's going on. That's all.
Okay.
It's
So
impressive.
no opinion. You just wanted to ask what was going
No
on.
opinion. I mean, it's like too sudden. Yeah. So.
Too sudden?
Sudden, like.
Oh, sudden.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So.
All right. Cool. Thanks. Something happening I don't know about. Bikes are on the move. Let's take some more comments. Oh, it's dry. All right. How do they feel about the Jews? Sam Connor asks. Oh, Sam, you got some views. We'll see if that's leading. I've asked the question several times that they want to condemn the saying, gas the Jews, and wow, it has been really hard to get some condemnations out. Or most of the responses that they think are condemnations are, it's a small minority, it wasn't part of a larger group, defer, demur. I thought it was just such an easy one to just shut down. I was wrong, guys. So much so that they felt it was incitement. Scroll a bit back. I reckon if you did a count, you'd find out why attendees are there. Don't know. Good turnout considering the intimidation from the state. It was a banned gathering, apparently. Apparently this gathering was banned. Min said it wouldn't be going ahead. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you got, mate?
Canon XA20, very old school.
What are you here for today?
Palestinian rally.
Good. Thanks, mate.
Take care, buddy.
Still pouring in. Lovely hat, sir. Have you come for today's protest?
I have.
Tell us, why have you come to support? I take it. My name's Chris. I live stream on a channel called Chris Discoveries, and I ask people, why do they come to protests?
Well, I'm concerned about what's going on in Palestine. Concerned.
Can you go into a bit more detail? What are you concerned about?
Well, I'm concerned about the devastation that's going to unfold, and I think that there ought to be more efforts to prevent that from occurring.
Anytime we're talking about the Middle East, we're talking about Israeli government decisions, and people are asking about Palestinian government decisions, and the question of Hamas comes up, the political party. What do you reckon? What do you think?
There's a long history to that conflict. Hamas, whether we like it or not, represent the people in that region in the Gaza Strip.
To distill it down to just 3 words, last week they're saying, went out at the protest just up at the Opera House, gas the Jews. And that simplified things down really clear. And I'm asking people...
That was a very few people. My understanding, I wasn't there.
Do you think it should have been said?
No, I don't think it should have been said, but on the other hand...
Do you think it's wrong?
Historically, there's a lot of things wrong with the conflict. Historically. In the moment, it's very easy to forget that. It's very easy to forget what's occurred. That's all.
Thanks for your views. Thanks for your time. Thanks, mate. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. I'm out of touch. I am out of touch. I wonder if the National Socialists in Melbourne, if I asked them, do you want to gas the Jews, I wonder what they'd say. I'm going to ask some alleged neo-Nazis, both alleged and... I won't go to the actual neo-Nazis, I don't really want to talk to them. I'm going to go out to some alleged neo-Nazis and ask them what they think of the saying. I asked Gabriel Murray at a Freedom rally last week about it, and he seemed to distance himself from it entirely. Joel Davis as well, both alleged to be neo-Nazis. And here I am, asking people if they condemn it, and the answer is, well, it's complicated. Wow. For everyone who wants like the speeches and the action and the business in there, you can go and get that in there. I don't need to be in the action. There's a million cameras in here. There aren't any cameras asking people to condemn gassing the Jews. How you going? Tell us, why have you come to support today's protest? It's okay.
Why did we
You're
come
not
to support today's protest, Dad?
Okay,
You're not a PR spokesman. Just go from
No,
the
it's
heart.
okay.
Go
Bismillah
from the
ar-Rahman
heart.
ar-Rahim. What's happening is we against the genocide, against the Palestinian people. It's been 75 years of the Nakba, and it's a long time. It's have to be end. Message. Too much human life gone. That's enough for both sides.
Do you think Israel should exist as a state?
That's not up to me. I'm not the God. I'm not the creator.
Last week, this protest, some of this protest chanted "Gas the Jews." Do you think that should have been said?
Again, please.
Last week, some of this protest under the Upper House, all in the media, it was all huge in the media, chanted, it was reported as saying they chanted "Gas the Jews." Do you think that should have been said? No?
Chant the gas the Jews.
Gas the Jews.
Oh, like the Holocaust and stuff like
Yes.
that. Yeah. No. That's actually from the other side. That's what's happening now in Gaza. That's what we're seeing and the whole world seeing.
And you can support Palestine without while also condemning that saying.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of in the other community as well, in the Jewish community, not happy with the far right government and what's happening, and it's making it hard for both sides. And I think it's time to speak now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the time.
Allahu Akbar.
Channel was called Discoveries, by the way, if you want to watch it later.
All right,
Discoveries.
Cheers.
Thank you.
That was so tense.
Still pouring in, so this is a big turnout, guys. Big turnout. Tracy, is the video actually blocked? I'm sorry about this. Oh, no, it's not. I'm actually watching the video here, so Tracy, it may be blocked on your end, not necessarily. Guys, I got my first complete denial. Support Palestine, condemning gas and the Jews. I'm happy. I got somewhere. I'm going to clip that later on. Because that's great. I've been hoping for someone who can do that. That's fantastic. Really glad about that. Have you come to support today's protest?
No.
You're just passing through.
Passing through, yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. First one. Where there's one, there's more. If any of the protest organisers are here, I'd love it if you'd see. This is the thing with every protest. They're like, "Oh no, don't film it." Well, all you get is footage of your protest coming up to me with like, "Oh, don't film," whatever. It's like that. Is that how you want your protest to look? You could come up and explain it. One lady did, but wasn't quite able to condemn gassing the Jews. But she tried. Small minority, anti-Semitism not welcome. Okay, condemn the saying. G'day, mate. Are you coming to support today's protest?
Just having a little, probably, yeah.
Okay. Huge numbers still coming through. G'day, guys. Christians for Palestine?
Sorry?
Are you Christians for Palestine?
Yes.
You just come to support the cause here?
Yes.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. Tell me, why have you come today?
Why?
To stop the war on Gaza and to free Palestine. It's our land.
Palestine, it's our land and we want it back.
Yeah.
We want it back in peace. We don't want fight, but if that's what's gonna happen, that's what's gonna happen. We want our land back.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Ownership of land is a powerful one. It's a powerful one. keep circling around and see what else we can get. I'm going to take some comments while we're here. Huge numbers still pouring out. So 5,000, beyond that. 10, I don't know. They want their land back, yep. Jeanette, can't believe these people are supporting him killing the Jews. I'm not asking if they support or... I'm not asking them to support killing the Jews or not. I'm asking people whether they support gassing the Jews, which I'm asking a lot of people. Do you want to talk on... So I'm getting a bit of... Do you want to talk on camera?
No, not good.
All good. Have a good day. There was a gentleman just giving me a little eye contact there, and I wasn't sure if he wanted to talk on camera or not. Moving on from that, most Western nations are praying. At least 3 people you asked to criticise the chant. Yes, I've got several people who, well, criticised, not condemned. Seen the unuploaded photos come up. So that's to be wiped off the face of the... Like, what? Do you mind? I don't know. I'm suddenly going to delete the comment. No, stop wiping people off faces. God damn it. I've only got one protest. Is it a legal protest? I don't know. I don't necessarily think so. So. Guys. No action so far that I've seen. Maybe there is some action, but so far I've just been asking people what's been happening. Plenty of police waiting on standby. Excuse me, mate. Have you come to support today's protest?
Beg your pardon?
Have you come to support today's protest?
Indeed, yes.
Can I ask you about? Tell us a little bit about why.
I believe what Israel is doing in Gaza and Palestine, it is completely outrageous. I think they're trying to exterminate a people. I think the Palestinian people deserve to live in peace, deserve to be heard by the world for their issues.
Lovely.
Good.
Last week, at last week's protest, there was a 3-word chant and slogan that was widely reported, and that was "Gas the Jews." Do you think that should have been said?
I never heard that. I never heard it. And definitely not. No.
It was really widely reported.
No.
Internationally.
Out of the question. No, impossible. If somebody said those words, we're a very, very minority. We are a peaceful people. Throughout the world, we are peaceful people.
Thanks for your views. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Thanks for the chat. Thanks.
Good.
You can condemn the saying or supporting Palestine. I'm getting a couple of people who can view that kind of split that. Well, you shouldn't be threading a needle. Is it threading a needle? You make up your mind. Is it threading a needle? Let's see kind of what the police are going to do and try and guide things. Anything does happen tends to be there's a counter group. I don't think there is here. Not much of an inflow here. I'm going to stand more where there's an inflow from people kind of flowing in. I'd ask this group over here. G'day guys, did you come to support today's protest? All good. All good. Big flags, huge flags, a lot of big flags. It's going.
good?
Okay. So they're stopping it. Okay. So they're stopping and IDing people who have face coverings.
You're not going to get in trouble, but if you're going to come in, and we'll just get, all I do is get details and then like, that's it. Well,
He's not going to put it on. He's not going to put his photo in. We've got our face open and we're fine.
what's your address, mate?
We're not here
Because
to
we are
cause
actually instructed if you've got your face is covered to move his line. And neither am I, man.
All it is, mate, is as you see, not even putting a face covering. I get like you want to wear one, but not everyone's coming in with them. So we've been told anyone who's wearing face covering due to what happened on Monday, we just stop, speak to them, obtain some details. We've done that. You're just showing that you're here to be peaceful. We're happy with that. So thank you very much. That's the end of it. That's why we're doing it. Thank you very much. Cheers. See you later.
So some of them got stopped on ID, but some of them didn't. And it was just about a face covering. Oh no, they're stopping another one because he didn't get stopped on ID. So they're stopping one of the guys that refused to be stopped and identified. Two other legal observers here just kind of line up. We've got a bevy of cameras on this.
What do you need my bid for? My face is showing. So we just say we spoke to you and that's it, and you're going to move away? Yeah, you spoke to you.
Because we can't be argumentative, you're going to move one direction, you're going to listen all together. So it's in the best interest. And it obviously gives you already so you can comply, you want to be.
So rather than producing ID, it's just going for the old, I'm going to tell you who I am, and then they can look it up later. Now, it is something that you can do with police, but it does raise some eyes. Some police will be able to stop you until they're able to adequately identify whether the information you provided is correct. So they could stop this gentleman here until they're able to confirm that he is who he says he is. Yeah, there are some stop and IDs happening. Interesting. She's wearing a face covering. She's wearing a face covering. Doesn't mean stop and ID. There you go. Some stop and IDs are happening, but that is the limit of what the police pressure seems to be. Is if you come with a face covering, go to stop and ID. That's it. Pretty simple stuff. Pretty simple stuff. So Premier said it shouldn't go ahead. Clearly it is. Clearly it is. We're living in Germany. We asked for ID. No, Ibby, you do. We've been a stop and ID state for a long time. Long time. Identify as a woman. You can wear a face covering. I don't think they're going to ask a single woman to stop an ID today. None. So. Next thing we're making sure there's a drink in the drink container. Well, we don't live in... How do you know me? Ah, do you want to have a chat? Oh, good. Well, you can have a chat and look, I'll be on camera.
Nah, I can't talk.
Oh, okay. Well, all right, all good. Well, hey, you don't have to be microphone shy. See you guys. See you guys. There's a couple of gents on the bench just want to say hey. I'm familiar with it before. Someone could be right. Maybe it is face rec. Maybe it is face rec. I wonder if you can do a freedom of information request on it, on your own face recognition data. Who knows? What else we got? Let's see the media spin tonight. Can you try and get closer? Abigail, look, Staggers was probably right. It's probably not safe for me to be any closer, let alone whether honestly, it's just you can't get closer. He was probably right. He's probably right. An OM5 Mark III. Okay. Oh, no, this is okay. Love the hat. Well, Talking about the sun. Can you identify as women who wear a face covering? Probably. I don't know. I guess. I think the police would be in a sticky situation if they try and do that. There are still hundreds of people still pouring in. We are well past the start time of 1 p.m. It's 1:47. I ask people about questions. I want to interview the people who come. I want to ask them about their signs. I'm not here to just be a tripod. Part of why I'm here. Hello. So, and that's the other thing here. There are kids everywhere here. So lots of families. But I'm here to more give you an interpretive, meta, call it whatever you want, and that kind of thing. Where I just finished up over there was some gentlemen were trying to come in, and they were stopped because they had some face coverings, and they had to ID them. And the gentleman initially refused, but then said, "Okay, I'll give you my name and my address." And that's about the limit of the policing we've seen of this protest so far, of thousands, absolutely thousands who have come in here. I'll stand from the west side and try and give you a bit more of a view of it. This is a bad angle because we're working against the hill, but you just have to take my word for some of it. Now, what you also have here as part of the organisers are your legal observers, who are here to just try and kind of like your peacemakers, peacekeepers. They're here to support the protest and help things just keep organised so that they don't have some sayings, which I've been asking people about, although that didn't seem to work too well of sorts of the last protest. Oh, mate, I don't envy it. I don't envy it at all.
It's very heavy, 7 kilograms. It's
Oh, mate, easy rig.
I know, I need to invest.
See ya.
Take care, mate.
So maybe the organisers of this protest are right and the police don't have the power to shut this down. Maybe they don't. It's kind of what I speculated a bit beforehand, that how are you going to stop this many thousand from gathering in a non-COVID situation? You just don't kind of have the popular support to do that. And I think the police are aware of that. Some young guys and some signs. How you going? No, missed him. Missed him. Yeah, we're almost an hour past start time and hundreds are still pouring in. Solidarity. Hundreds still pouring in. Free Palestine, stop bombing children. Yeah. Is this the old Vice Minister? So that the face covering rule isn't enforced universally. So you see all kinds of people coming in here who don't follow that face covering rule. But it's just interpretive. Police have that power to, if they suspect that. So it's being more interpretively enforced.
Long live Palestine. And Australian support for Israeli aggression.
Does this give you an idea of just how many there are, guys? Thousands. I think the claim will be 10K when we're done with this. I think that'll be the... And I don't know if they're right. More than... God, numbers are always so hard to try and pick. But more than... This is more than 5. But, I don't know more than that. I don't know. So this is absolutely thousands. police said they need extraordinary powers if need be. Well, they're not here. There are no extraordinary powers being exercised here. It's just stop an ID with a face.
Opinions, so it's a bit,